Hi guys, that's Monet. How's everyone doing? How are you all doing? Good, I hope. It's not even a catchphrase, it really isn't. I'm back today with another fragrance review from Zoologist Fragrances, perfumery. I recently reviewed, there's a helicopter flying over, perfect timing. I didn't do it, I swear, it wasn't me. I recently reviewed Backed by them. I thought it was great. Not something I think I'd probably wear too much, but I really liked the novelty aspect of it and how unusual it was. Oh, hello. Interruptions today. No, sorry, I can't come tonight. I'm washing some of my hairs. So yes, this one's Panda. I do have samples of all of their fragrances. They have 5, so I will be reviewing all of them. I thought as it's spring, summery time over here in England, that I would review the one that is most fitting to spring from what I've read. Yeah, this one was one of the first ones that came out. They released 3 all in one go. It was Panda, Rhinoceros and Beaver, and then Hummingbird and Backed came later. I'm so excited about Hummingbird. Hummingbirds are my favourite animal in the world. Really, really excited to try that one, I'm not even going to lie. So yeah, Panda. On paper, oh, this sounded so good, but this isn't going to be the most positive of reviews, and I'm really sorry, Zoologist, but this one's got some funk going on. So, yes, so let me read you what it says on their little blurby thing about it, because it kind of paints the picture. They're very heavily themed, very carefully selected ingredients have gone into all of these to really try and conjure up the place where these animals come from and the things they eat and their habitat and all of that kind of stuff. So it says, refreshing and charming. The adorable panda, isn't it? Isn't he so dandy? I think he's so cool. I would love to meet a panda dressed like that. I'd be like, hey, let's go out. Anyway, the panda is a born charmer and a true ambassador of peace. Indigenous to the Sichuan bamboo forests, the panda's natural habitat is a majestic mosaic of dewy greens and enchanting aromas. So it says, Panda Eau de Parfum is a fresh green fragrance that combines the delightful scents of bamboo and zissou leaves to send you on an unforgettable, can't speak today, aromatic adventure. Your journey begins at a quaint Sichuan pepper farm surrounded by mountain streams and then leads you through a forest of osmanthus flowers as you finally make your way into a cosy garden filled with juicy mandarin trees and blooming lilies. Panda is a scent ensemble that will truly awaken and rejuvenate your senses. Agree. So what are the notes? The notes are Buddha's Hand Citron. When I read that I was like, what the hell is this? Looked it up online. It's a citrus kind of fruit, bulbous kind of thing that is inedible and it looks like a hand. It actually looks like a horrible deformity. It's very ugly and yellow and just weird. It looks like a mutation of some kind. But I found out in China they use it to scent rooms and clothes, so maybe it smells really nice when it's put into oil burners and things like that, I don't know. But it definitely looks ugly. Then you've got bamboo, Sichuan pepper, green tea, mandarin, zissou leaves as well. I looked up that as well because I thought, what on earth is that? I've never heard of it. It's actually also known as perilla and it's part of the mint family. So, yeah, kind of fresh green kind of thing going on there. The heart notes are osmanthus, orange blossom, lilies, mimosa and incense, strangely enough. Strangely enough. Incense in a fresh fragrance. Anyway, and then the base notes, they're on here as well. Sandalwood, pemu root, I had to look that up as well. They distill the oil from the root of this plant, also known as Siam wood. It comes from Vietnam and it's supposed to give a kind of rich, aromatic, woody bouquet. Interesting. I really like that there's different things I've never heard of in these fragrances. It really makes me attracted to them. Then you've got cedar, fresh musk, and vetiver. Fragrantica also says damp moss, but I don't know where they got that from. Maybe they've read something that I don't know about. Anyway, what does it smell like? Oh dear. Already I'm just going like this. So, there is something very attractive about this fragrance. It smells green, watery, plant-like, fresh. Something that feels like a dewy forest, but on a high end. The citron, whatever it is, it doesn't smell like lemony citrus or anything familiar that's citrusy. It's a citrus smell that I can't put my finger on. It's very unusual. It's definitely there, giving its bright self to the blend, but I can't say, but it's like orange, because it's not. It's a citrus I've never smelled, and it's a very green smelling citrus opening. Really, really cool. I like what's happening at the top and kind of dancing around, but, and this is where this review is going to go south, at the core of this fragrance there is something so unpleasant that I can't put my finger on. I don't know what it is in here. Maybe it's this root thing that they've distilled, but there is something in here that really does, for me personally on my skin, ruin this fragrance. The only way I can put it into words, and it changes all the time, it's a very apparent note as well. It smells a little bit like wet dog. It also smells a little bit like pond water. Did you ever play in ponds when you were younger? I did. I used to live near a reservoir and we used to go down there and collect newts in jars and take them home. Such cruelty to animals, but you know, I was 7. Yeah, and it also smells a little bit like bleach. So unfortunate, I mean really unfortunate, because on paper this sounded so good to me, but what it creates this illusion of, if you can imagine a kitchen cleaner spray that's got a hint of bleach in it for bacteria killing, it crosses over between that. It's like the fragrance kind of tries to be so natural in this planty kind of way that it steps over into something that I think is unwearable. It's a shame, because like I said, what's going along the top, the citrusy bit and the bamboo and this wateriness is really nice, and it makes me think, oh, that would be great if this weird, what is this in this fragrance that's doing that? Have you ever smelled wet dog before? I think it's a really unpleasant smell. It's wet dog that's come out of pond water, a pond that's been kind of a little bit stagnant. Also, it's a little bit like cucumber, but again, cucumber that's slightly rotten, and again, such a shame. I don't mean to sound bad if any of you guys from Zoologist watch this. I'm not sure what is going on there with that. Really, really weird, and it makes me go, I don't want to smell this. I mean, I'm all for the weird fragrances, I'm all for novelty fragrances, but it has to be something that I think, okay, I want to smell like that. And unfortunately this one, I don't want to smell like this. It's one of the only fragrances in the last year that I've put on that I've immediately wanted to actually take off. And I know that sounds really harsh, but it's really true. I'm really sorry. I really would like to hear your guys' opinions on this, because those of you that have tried it, I know some of you guys have bought samples since I did my last review of Bat, because I said, you know, you can buy samples of these things. But what is that strange, almost verging on bleach pond wet dog that I'm smelling? It's very, very weird. Anyway, there is a saving grace. Their fragrances are very strong and they do last a really long time. Unfortunately for this one, that doesn't really bode well with me, because I don't want that to happen. But I'd have let this dry down multiple times, and when it gets to the very end, you know, the really nice kind of subtle dry down, it becomes more woody all of a sudden. It turns a little bit more sexy. It's like a very kind of watery but woody, verging on sexy smell. I really like it. It's like the vetiver just gives this little touch of something sharp. And I really like that stage, but unfortunately it takes so long to get there, and by the time it does get there, I'm kind of already over it, and it's too late, I'm afraid. So that is my review of Panda by Zoologist Fragrances. Strange cucumber bleach dog pond. I'm Monet. Click my logo to subscribe down there, and I'll speak to you guys soon for another review. Goodbye!